Hey everybody, welcome back to Origins Summer Preview 2017. We're the Dice Tower. I'm Z Garcia, and this is Michael from Gamelyn Games. Usually when I'm sitting here talking to Michael, we're talking about something tiny and epic. This time we're talking just about one of those two things first. Just epic. We'll get to tiny in a second. Right, Michael?
Indeed.
All right. I will leave this in your hands. Tell me what's going on here. What am I looking at?
Awesome. So this is Heroes of Land, Air, and Sea. It is Gamelyn's foray into big box games, like you alluded to. It's truly epic this time around. What we've lacked in tiny, we've made up in epic. But
okay.
So this is a 4X game, but it's designed by Scott Alms, so it possesses streamlined rules and a quick gameplay, usually not found in 4X games. This isn't a weekend burner. This plays about a half hour per player. Plays from 1 to 6 players, so you can get full coverage. With 6 players, you'll extend the board and make it even bigger than what you see here.
Okay.
But as you see, this is something that really comes up off the table, and that's something we really concentrated on with this game, from the miniatures to stackable 3D constructs to airships and griffins elevated by stands. And so it really comes alive and very immersive game experience, with highly detailed miniatures by Chad Hoverter of Mice and Mystics and Tail Feathers. People know the quality of his sculpts. And then we also have awesome options of pre-painted miniatures that have just come out beautiful. So I wanted to bring this out and show it off a little bit and just show people how this has come to life.
Sounds good. Talk to me a little bit about the gameplay in this one.
Yeah, so like I was saying, very simplistic engine, and then the strategy really unfolds as you play. But each player is going to have a faction, and they're going to start in a real simple, humble beginnings of two workers, or 2 serfs and a warrior, and in a level 1 capital city, and then in a capital city board that kind of lays out all of their actions. And then every turn, every round, a player is going to take a turn, and the next player takes a turn, next player takes a turn, and you just kind of rinse and repeat until everybody's taken 2 turns. And then you go into collecting resources. But like is commonly found in Scott's games, there's follow mechanics. So on every turn, when you take a turn, other players have the option of following you based on how they've set themselves up in their capital city to do that. And there's other times where you can follow and then muster to kind of take double actions and things like that. And so through that system, you'll be building up your army by recruiting new serfs, more warriors, building special buildings that allow you to recruit your heroes, or get your air constructs or your sea vessels into play. Build up your capital city multiple tiers, and every time this tiers up, it's kind of like an umbrella effect or a rising tide where everything gets upgraded with each new tier of your capital city. And then the game triggers end upon the 4 X's. So there's expand once you've got all your serfs and warriors out, exterminate by completely eliminating a player's capital city, exploit by building 3 of these towers throughout the game, and then exploration. There are exploration tokens throughout the board in every region, and then once those have all been explored, that would also trigger the end of the game. And again, it plays about 2 hours or so for 4 players, up to about 3 hours for 6 players, and the solo play is fantastic as well. We've got videos posted that show the solo play, so people can go there and check out the video and see how it plays, but it's awesome. Sounds good. When is this going to be available? So we have an estimated delivery to our Kickstarter backers of March in 2018. So we'll follow shortly after that with a retail release.
And what's the MSRP going to be on that release?
So for the base game, it's $100, and that'll include 4 factions, 80 miniatures, over 30 constructs, and this giant board. And then the expansion, which includes another 4 factions, another 80 miniatures, another 30 some odd constructs at $80.
Okay, gotcha. And you mentioned an option to get pre-painted minis. Will that be available as well now that it's after the fundraiser?
No, that was part of the Kickstarter, but we still are taking pledges, late pledges, that people can jump in and get those pre-painted minis. Just for a few more weeks, they can hit the Kickstarter page and hit the late pledge button, or head over to our website and we'll direct you back that direction. But that's still an option now, but once it's hit retail, that'll be a coveted special thing. So.
There we go. Okay, sounds good. All right, awesome. Let's get into some epic then, or tiny, I should say, epic goodness.
Well, and I know we're strapped on time, so I won't spend a lot of time on this, but I do want to say that Tiny Epic Galaxies Beyond the Black is the first full box expansion to Tiny Epic Galaxies, our popular game that hit tabletop with Will Wheaton. This is just debuting here at Origins. It's not available in retail yet, but it will be next month.
Okay.
So keep your eye open for this one. It adds pilots with more variable powers, specialized awesome ships that are just really cool, unique designs.
Oh, nice.
And also some pressure luck and some set collection. Some new bonus victory points at the end, so that are kind of hidden information.
Okay.
So you never know exactly who's going to win. Lots of new stuff. It doesn't really increase the length of play by much more than about 10 or 15 minutes once the players understand all what's been added. So definitely check that one out, coming soon.
Is that a modular expansion? Do you add some parts and not others if you want, or is it all in?
We encourage go all in, but once you're familiar with the concepts, you feel free to kind of dabble in what you like.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Following that up, I want to show real quick Tiny Epic Quest. This one is actually going to be hitting backers' doorsteps in August. I just wanted to bust out these item meeples and just show how awesome this is. This is a production copy. You see how beautiful and vibrant it is. It comes to life. It's a sandbox adventure game, very puzzly. This one's all about trying to be efficient with limited movements and trying to solve different puzzles about acquiring artifacts from deep in the dungeons and things of that nature. But Z, I gotta have you handle these item meeples.
These are cool.
Take those items out. It's plug and play. You know, you get to
you
kind of customize
off, so
your
you
heroes.
Take off the sword and the shield there, and you can then go in here. Oh, I'm gonna give this guy a lamp, like a lantern. So plug in the lantern on him there, but the other hand's gonna get that sword right back, I think.
And you see how smooth that
This guy wants to be able
in?
to see what he's killing. That is pretty cool. That's nice and smooth, looks great. Easy to tell what they're holding. Really neat stuff, really neat stuff. Yeah, I like that.
So, thought you would. I thought you were really proud of the item meeples. And we're gonna be doing a lot with item meeples in the future, so expect to see more from item meeples.
Very
but lastly, I'll wrap up real quick. Tiny Epic Defenders is getting a full overhaul, brand new art all throughout the game, new mechanic upgrades. We're really taking it to the next level, and we've expanded it with Tiny Epic Defenders: The Dark War, adding a lot of awesome, meaningful decisions to the game. This is hitting Kickstarter in August, so keep your eyes peeled on new, beautiful, more entries in the Tiny Epic series.
And that's for both, the Kickstarter is for both the new revamped base set and the expansion available for the first time.
That's correct.
Okay, sounds good. There you have it. Lots of good and new stuff. Big, tiny, they're covering everything. Good talking to you, my friend.
Thanks, Z.
Yeah, and we'll see you real soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, we're with Michael. Michael, how are you?
Great, how you doing?
Great to see you. Now, I heard pre-painted minis.
Yes.
Are you trying to put me out of business, bro?
Look at this guy. Check him out.
Don't be doing that. They're gonna put me out of business. Everybody wanted to see a close-up. Here, let's give you that.
Thank you.
All right, real quick. And if we can get a nice close-up of some of this stuff, everybody's really kind of anxious to
Please
see how this is. Is it easier if I hold it up? These are pre-painted minis. This is a good-sized board, my friend.
Well, and this is just part of it. If you're playing 6 players, you extend it even further. But yeah, this is a 4-player board, and it's huge. This is not tiny. This is just pure epic.
So this is the quality that you're going to get out of this?
That's right.
This is very nice. Let's show the ogre. Oh. How's that? Does that look pretty good? All right. And then we got this dude here. There we go. And we're really trying to get a good look because everybody really wanted to see these things up close.
Please.
And the pre-paint, now will you be able to get it not painted?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, the retail version of the game, which will be in limited supply, is not painted, and so you kind of get some samples of those figures. But for the Kickstarter, and we're still accepting late pledges for a few more weeks, so if people jump on the Kickstarter, they can find their way to it. But that is how you can get these pre-painted versions, and not for very much more. It ends up being like almost, somebody worked out the math, like almost like $1.66 per mini to get them pre-painted.
Wow, that's really good, and it's good quality plastic. I mean, it's not that cheap plastic. So you guys got something really nice here.
Thank you.
All right, and we can expect this again just to make sure.
March of 2018.
March of 2018.
Is the delivery to the Kickstarter backers, and then shortly after that, we'll do some retail. So.
All right, our Q&A's down actually, but hey, thank you so much for at least bringing this over here and showing us up close.
My pleasure.
And all your other great stuff that you got coming and going.
Oh yes.
Oh,
you got to handle the item meeples.
This is another thing that everybody, I think, wanted to see. But we're working with it here.
So take the items out and put them back in, and then just give your feedback on how that experience is. I just want people to know the engineering efforts we have gone through to make this
I got
right.
some meat hooks on me, so I'm gonna tell you. Normally I would break this in half a second, just because I'm clumsy. But this goes in and out nice, and it stays pretty well.
Yeah.
That's
and you can
amazing.
rotate it in case you want to have your sword tilted, or
because I'm left-handed.
Make your guy, gangster or something, and mix it up a little.
No, definitely. I mean, look at this. I'm left-handed, so you can, if you want to role play it, you can make them left-handed.
Heck yeah.
There we go. That's amazing. Let's take a look at this. Good. Wow. Perfect. Let's see if I can get it back in. And I don't even have my glasses on. That's easy. That's amazing.
So those are the item meeples featured for the first time in Tiny Epic Quest. That'll be going to backers in August, and then shortly after that into retail and available on Amazon. So check it out there. But the item meeples are something we're incredibly excited about at Gamelyn Games. We're the first to bring something just like this to the market. And we're going to explore it with other games. We're going to continue to build upon the item meeples concept, adding things to their back. Eventually, we'd like to get them up inside mechs that clip on both sides. I mean, we've got some dreams about these item meeples. So
that's just amazing. Well, there you go. Thank you, Michael. I want to thank you so much for coming here today. We appreciate having you. Thanks for moving this over and doing this for us. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
All right, there you have it.